Here's a beautiful older Hohner Burl button accordion, pre-poker work in the keys of G and C. It's in really wonderful condition. It's I've just done a pretty thorough overhaul. Not everything. Actually, the owner had replaced the grill cloth and grill themselves. That's a new one, but when I opened it up, it had the original leather valves on all the reeds, and the glue was quite brittle, and it just took nothing. You just basically touched them with your hands and they would fall off. I think I even have a little video of that. But here, I've opened it up. It is in great condition, but I do want you to see these leather valves are just fall off. So you can see that. I mean, it takes nothing for them to fall off, so they all need to be redone. And that means doing the ones on the inside, because they're ready to fall off too. So those all needed to be replaced, but that of course means you have to pull all the reed plates off and completely strip off the old leathers, clean them, and I put on new modern plastic one-way valves on this. On all the treble side and the chords, and on the basses I use the composite. They're a little quieter on the very large bass reeds. What else? The other thing I discovered, there was one of the bellows frames was cracked right through where one of the bellows pins goes, so I re-glued that. The keyboard seemed loose, so I took the screws out, and sure enough, there's two corner blocks that hold on the keyboard were completely loose. The screws holding the keyboard on held them there, but they had become completely detached. So that's actually a place, since it's in a corner, so there's three 90-degree surfaces at right angles to each other. I use it's very unusual for wood to be that tight in a three-way corner. So I use the urethane sort of expanding foam in there to fill in any gaps in any of in the corner or in any of the crevices. Anyway, so repaired that. It did have the original string gasket. I've gone around and we've gone around and put new modern closed cell foam gaskets on the bellows. What else? The keyboard was cracked. It wasn't broken, but I'm not sure if you can see it in here, but there's a small crack all the way through about 8 or 9 of those holes. So there wasn't any wood missing, but it was cracked and so needed to be repaired. So I've got I'll show a picture of it. I've got well, I can show you here. It's a fixture that I've made for that fits down in there, and I've got pictures of when I was using it. So it fits down into the cavity inside the keyboard and gives you a nice rigid clamping surface on the inside, and then it has plexiglass outside, so I can see, make sure everything looks good and the glue's in all the spots. So I used that to re-glue it, and it's almost as good as new there. What else? I did add an anti-resonance crossbar between the two treble blocks, which is something I do fairly commonly if I find some of the notes have that undesirable wah-wah type sound coming out of them. He also wanted some shoulder strap brackets, so I've installed a single shoulder strap bracket on that, both sides. I can go through the notes. Now I've completely tuned this. I did use the Viennese style plus-minus tuning with the beat frequency on the low end of, I think, 1.5 hertz up to 7 hertz on the highest ones. Nice old steel reeds on zinc reed plates. These really sound great. Hohner Viennese style button accordion in the keys of G and C, heading back to its owner.